Well, it's a notorious case of serial murder that's gone unsolved for decades. The case of the Boston Strangler. A man did confess to the string of killings back in the 1960s, but he was never convicted. And now, thanks to DNA evidence, U.S. investigators have a hot new lead, as Brian Mooar reports.
I've lived with Mary's memory every day, my whole life.
For the nephew of the Boston Strangler's final victim, raw emotion and cautious optimism as investigators announced a break in one of America's most notorious unsolved crimes.
And it's taken 49 years for police to legitimately say they got their man, and they'll probably be able to say that very soon.
Armed with new DNA evidence, investigators have obtained a court order to exhume the body of Albert DeSalvo. He confessed to the 11 Strangler murders, but the confession was thrown out, and he later recanted.
That confession has been the subject of skepticism and controversy from almost the moment it was given.
DeSalvo spent the rest of his life behind bars on other charges. When he was stabbed to death by a fellow inmate in 1973, it appeared the secrets of the Strangler died with him. But advances in forensic science have now tied DeSalvo to the Strangler's final victim, 19-year-old Mary Sullivan.
The evidence in this case never changed, but the ability, the scientific ability to use that evidence has surpassed every hope and expectation of investigators who were first assigned to the case.
The smoking gun turned out to be a water bottle obtained from DeSalvo's nephew. Family DNA, a match for the DNA retrieved from the apartment where Mary Sullivan was raped and murdered.
And it's amazing to me today to understand that people really did care about what happened to my aunt, a 19-year-old girl heinously murdered in 1964.
A step closer to closure, a half-century after the Boston Strangler terrified a city and shocked the world. Brian Mooar, Global News, Washington.